We play a little game here called If You Only Knew.
Okay.
You don't have to answer. It's not a court.
Pass.
Guilty pleasure.
Wine and golf.
Person you trade places with for a day.
Let's see, whose golf swing do I want? Either Tiger Woods or Jason Day.
The comedian that never fails to make you laugh.
Dave Chappelle.
Secret talent.
I can juggle.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a good talent.
Yeah. Taught myself to juggle as a kid. I don't know why. I was bored.
Best piece of advice you'd give a Bachelor or Bachelorette contestant.
Don't let the show change you. Let it add to your life.
Childhood celebrity crush.
Christy Brinkley.
Funniest fan encounter.
Clint Eastwood.
It was funny.
To me, it was. Because he told me he watched the show from time to time. And I was so taken aback by it. It's Clint Eastwood. I mean,
What's the biggest risk you ever took?
leaving Oklahoma City. I had a job offer. My dream was to be a sportscaster in Dallas. And I had busted my tail to get that job offer in Dallas, and I got it. And that was
Which
all.
was what?
It was as a sportscaster to work for Channel 4. I think it was a CBS affiliate, and with this man, Mike Ducey, who had offered me the job. And it's all I'd ever wanted. And I turned it down for a chance to come to LA to start up a horse racing network, of all things, at TVG. And
You were at TVG?
I did. I started the network back in
I
90.
have an account.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm a horse racing fan.
Yeah, and so I remember sitting on my back porch in Oklahoma City, and it was go to Dallas, follow your dream, or just take a shot on the unknown. Still not sure if I made the right decision. I don't know.
I think you did. Which Bachelor or Bachelorette did you come closest to?
You know, back in the day, just because I think we were closer in age, it was, Trista was our first Bachelorette, and she has become a very good friend of mine, and Andrew Firestone, another one. But again, I was so close to them back then. I was 2 or 3 years older.
Are you married?
Not anymore. I went the way of Larry King.
Did the job?
I've only done it once, though.
All right. Did the job affect the marriage? Being away with a lot of single women.
Yes and no. Yes, the job definitely affected, but it wasn't what people think. It wasn't the being around women and all that, because if anyone knows me and has been around the way I work, this is a job. I produce the show. It's not like we're all sitting around in a hot tub, traveling around in hot air balloons. That's not how my life works. It's not what I worry about on the show, because I'm worried about our ratings and hosting and all that. But it affected it in that my life was changing exponentially. So was hers. And I was traveling a lot, working a lot. And I was, as you know, when you get in the grind of trying to make it,
Your work becomes paramount.
yeah, it's difficult. And I think she's a wonderful woman, the mother of my kids, and we're still very close friends, but I think she lost herself.
Is she remarried?
She did. She got remarried, yeah.
Are they good to your kids?
Very.
Father.
He's
important.
Yeah, she got remarried. He's a good man, and they actually were neighbors. They lived down the street, and we all make it work.
Favorite moment as host?
There's a couple of them, but one sticks out for sure. And the first time I did Miss America, I've hosted that for years, but it was 2004. It was 3 hours of TV back then. I was doing it solo, live TV, which is my love. I love live TV, and I wasn't quite ready for the gig. I just kind of started doing The Bachelor, and I was new on the scene, and they gave me the opportunity to do it. And I know it's not as big as what it used to be, but at the time, it was just a chance to prove myself and to walk out there on the stage at Boardwalk Hall, 15,000, were in the audience, and then live around the world. And it was that to me was a good proving ground in a moment where I thought, I need to kill it, have a good night, and I did.
What are you bad at?
Apparently marriage. Man. Oddly enough, I think probably communicating in my personal life, which, as you know, is different than communicating here.
Yeah. Because you control here.
Exactly.
You don't there.
Exactly.
Now, I've always said the same thing.
Yeah.
If you could speak to an animal, what animal would you choose? Other than a dog, everyone.
I'd love to talk to my dogs and tell them to quit crapping on my floor. So that's out. I don't know. I don't know why I would want to talk to an animal.
One thing you'd like to change about the world?
I know this isn't going to be very profound, but with my kids growing up, social media, I think it is such a difficult, I think it's changed so much about our lives, and it's changed so much about society and the way we talk and the way we're politically correct and this political minefield that we all walk every day. And you and I, luckily, we're old enough that we can speak our mind a little more. But
what happened to verbal communication?
Yeah, and just my kids and watching them grow up, I don't envy them growing up right now with everything they have to deal with. I can't imagine myself going through college with being covered 24/7.
Is there something you long believed to be true but realized wasn't?
You know, I grew up, my grandfather was one of the great men in my life, and we grew up really, truly believing, you know, he was a big believer in the Ten Commandments and treating people right, and people will do you right. And, you know, and faith in people. And I do still believe that overall people are good. Anywhere around the world, I believe that people are good inherently. But growing up with that belief of I can shake somebody's hand, look them in the eye, and they'll treat me right. And if I work hard here, and you know, people will treat me right. And that was a tough way as a Texas boy and to come into L.A. and to get some of those lessons that you're not always going to be treated right just because you look someone in the eye and you do what's right.
Never miss a beat. Subscribe to Larry King now and watch new episodes every day.